Hello again. I decided not to eat after all. Ooh, I decided to drink my vitamin C juice and drink some water because I'm feeling a bit thirsty. And I'll eat later on. As I was putting away my robe on the heating, I heard very clearly, "Your path is singular." And I said, okay, let me talk about that because that is a very important thing. It's a very, very important thing. Actually, I've said that twice. The reason why it's important is because as human beings, and I'm using inverted commas because we are less of human beings than and more of like spiritual beings. But as human beings who have forgotten about a spiritual nature and who have relegated their spiritual nature to the who have relegated their spiritual nature. I was gonna say who have relegated their spiritual nature to the back, but it means the same thing. If you've relegated something, then it's already at the back. Excuse my English. I'm not English. I had to learn this language, so it's not gonna be perfect. Sometimes I have to correct myself in my head, and sometimes it comes out wrong, and I realize that, oh my God, this is not right sentence construction, so I change it, but we'll be fine. Right, the title of this video is "Your Path is Singular." The reason why this is one of the most important things that we have forgotten as human beings and that we have shunned to our detriment, not really our detriment because we will evolve and we will eventually get to understand this, and not just understand it but be it, and that time has arrived in the as we are now in the Aquarian epoch. We are now in the Aquarian what do you call it, in the Aquarian epoch, which is um, the epoch of individuality and God essence. And so we are going to be realizing ourselves as individuated God beings more and more and more. And especially for those of us that have always had this sense of being an individual, it's going to be more and more, it's going to be more potent. And the more potent it becomes, the more we're going to have experiences that are going to push us to that potency. And sometimes the experiences can be, palatable, and sometimes they will not be palatable. But it all depends on how we navigate the, our own stream. But yeah, but knowing that our path, each and every one of us, that our path is singular, is crucial because then we stop trying to be like anyone else, and we know, we believe and know and acknowledge the validity and the divinity of our own path, of our own essence, of our own direction. The reason why lots of us are not living the lives that, including myself, are not living the life that we truly want to live is because we followed somebody else's path. We followed the path of the collective. The collective said, this is how you get this. This is what you do. Somebody somewhere started doing things a certain way, and they imposed it on other people, and then they imposed it on other people, and then they decided that this is how you get things in the real world. The elite, they didn't follow that path. They carved out their own path, but even though we choose to follow a path that does not serve us, if that path goes to serve the elite, then that's not their fault. That's we all have a we all have a we all have a path. We all have a lesson to learn, and some of us will go through the path of the collective until we finally realize that this is not my path. Oh my God, this is about to take me out. I need to find my own path. Some people know very early on that their path is singular, and they are not going to listen to anyone, including their parents, their teachers. They just follow their own path because they know they had this strong sense of knowing. They didn't forget, and so they continued on that path. And I know I've said this several times, but yeah, I wanna talk a little bit more about why this is important, and I'm gonna allow myself to channel because I want to understand it more myself. I wanna really really get it, not just mentally, but also in my body. So yes, I'm going to allow myself to channel. So our path is singular. Each one of us has a singular path because each one of us has a different perspective through our past lives, through our current lives, and through that life, through the life that we lived. We know that everything that we've experienced is valuable, and it adds to it adds to the culmination of the experience that we have gathered up to the point where we are right now. And it's also adding to the expansion of the universe because as we learn, as we evolve through our experiences, the universe also evolves because the universe is an expression of us and we are an expression of it. So we evolve together. So everyone's experience, every single experience is valuable for the expansion of the universe. So the universe wants to have different perspectives. Why does the universe want to have different perspectives? Because it wants to. Why does the universe want to have a rich perspective? Because it wants to have a rich perspective. It wants to have a rich perspective. It wants to be whole. Okay. It wants to be whole. It wants to experience. It wants to experience wholesomeness. Okay. Okay. The universe wants to experience wholesomeness. That's why it wants to experience, it wants to experience different perspectives. So your path is singular, and that's why we get intuition, which is a gift from the masculine provider principle of the process of creation, and we follow that intuition, and it's different for everyone. Intuition doesn't come from intuition doesn't come from our past experience. It comes from the divine. It comes from the divine realm. Okay. And so the divine realm is invested in me and in you fulfilling your purpose here on earth. because your purpose has already been laid out, and your life path has already been laid out anyway. So your intuition helps you get to that. Your path is singular. Your singular perspective. The universe wants to experience all that is. Wants to experience all that is. The universe wants to experience all that is. So, all that is valuable. So it creates. Okay. It wants to experience all that is. Your path is singular. I've known about this for a while, that we experience the universe singularly. We experience it through ourselves and not through other people telling us this is how it's supposed to be. Well, months ago, when I was exploring and experiencing, the Pan-Africanism, and reading books and listening to videos on, on African Pan-Africanism and African consciousness and all that. Yeah, self-determination. Self-determination is, yeah, it's the creation of a universe. Self-determination is the creation of a universe. The path is singular. Self-determination is the creation of a universe. Oh, so I don't have much here other than your path is singular. Self-determination is the creation of a universe. The universe wants to experience all that is. So therefore, every experience that you've ever had is valid. The universe wants to experience it. Every experience that you're about to experience on your path is valid, because the universe wants a different perspective. It wants to experience different perspectives. It doesn't just want to experience just one perspective, because otherwise it doesn't expand. It doesn't expand with just one perspective. Is the universe a perspective then? The universe is a perceiver. The universe perceives. Right. The universe perceives just like us. Just like us, we perceive too. But so the universe wants to perceive not as many, the universe wants to perceive all that is. And we are the providers. We are the providers of those experiences no, we're not the providers. We are the portals through which the universe experiences different perspectives. Okay. The universe perceives. Okay. So yeah, I got this too. That the universe perceives. The universe perceives just like we perceive. We are the perceivers of our reality. Oh no. We yeah, well that's true. We are the perceivers of our reality. We are the only ones that perceive in our reality. So therefore that's why no one can create in our reality, because we always have a choice on how to perceive what we are perceiving. Just like us, the universe also perceives. Well, now we know that the universe wants to perceive all that is. So everything that I am experiencing, the universe wants to experience it too. The universe is experiencing it through me. I am a portal through which the universe experiences. Anyway, your path is singular. That's where we are. My path. So yeah, this is what shows us that we don't have to follow the collective, because the universe. It's important that we follow our own path, follow our own heart. It's important that we follow our own heart, because that's the space. It's not a space. It's a receiver. Yeah, it's a receiver. It's a receptacle of divine messages or something. Anyway, yeah, it's a receptacle. It's a receiver, and we all have a singular path. So giving up on imposing our path on other people, and them giving up on imposing their path on us is I don't know, I would say it's a smart thing to do, but it's not about being smart. It's just that it just is what it is. We need to have these experiences. We need to have these experiences of being suppressed to be able to evolve to what would to be the God that we are, to be the God and the gods that we are. So yeah, I don't really have much. This is it's a clear thing. It's kind of it's kind of easy to understand. I wanted to understand a little bit more. I do understand a little bit more about it, because I understand that the universe wants to have experience all that is. I do understand. I've heard it somewhere, but now I understand. I wanted to question why, but I feel like it's not necessary to question why, because just all I'm hearing is because it wants to expand, and it wants to expand, and yeah, that's all. It wants to expand. But what I just got is also, this is why we should not, as human beings, we should not close ourselves to experiencing things, because that also makes us expand. When we say I want this, but I don't want to experience hurt and pain, and we're closing some of the doors through which our desires can come to us, because it's in the willingness It's in the willingness to experience everything that we it's not about manifestation. Manifestation is a part of it, but manifestation is not the it's not the end goal. Yeah, it's in the willingness to expand everything that we expand. We expand and we yeah. So when you're willing to expand, willing to experience everything, willing to experience hurt, pain, love, joy, whatever comes your way, fear. Um, doesn't mean you have to. That doesn't mean you're going to experience all of that, but you have to be willing. Okay, so that's all I got. That we have to be willing to experience everything to get our desires quickly. It's not about desires, but it's nice to have our desires. But the more open we are to experiencing everything, the more we get our manifestations quicker. It doesn't mean that we are going to experience all of those things, but we have to be willing. We have to be willing to experience it, because that's just how it works here in the 3D world. The universe itself wants to experience everything. It wants to experience all that is through us, and this is why we came forth with different lives, different histories, different perspectives, so that the universe can experience all that is and expand. So this is why each one of us, our path is singular, because it is through the singularity of our path that we are able to experience it's through the singularity of our path that we are able to have a singular perspective. We're able to have a different perspective from what exists already, so, and this is what the universe banks on. Oh, okay, I see it's all coming together now. Right, our path is singular because when our path is singular, we have a different perspective from what exists, and what exists is already past tense. The universe has already experienced that. It is through our singular path that we continue to have new perspectives, and the universe continues to expand. Consciousness continues to expand and continues to have more and more, perspectives. It continues to move beyond itself through us as human beings. Consciousness becomes more than itself. Consciousness expands through us as human beings. That's how I can say it. Oh yeah, that's the accurate way to say it. Because every time you have a different perspective of, okay, this is how things. If I have a different perspective now to say, well, this is how I'm going to start doing my thing, which is completely different from how I have seen it being done, then that's a new perspective that's been born in me, which also goes to expand the universe and me. Because now I've learned of a new perspective. I've created a new perspective. I've created a new world within which a new world that a new world that Created a new world. Yeah, created a new world. Okay. Um, isn't it funny? Well, not funny, isn't it? It's not amusing, even. Isn't it like it's a bit sad that the very thing that we are supposed to. Oh, okay, I see. But this was also necessary. Yeah, I was going to say that we were turned against having our own singular perspective, and we had to join the collective. But this was also part of the slowing down the process of creation, so you could see it unfold. Um, However, as we, yeah, it slowed it down. It almost took it to a halt, because joining the collective means just being in the collective means like the universe is it's gonna die. It's not gonna expand, because it's just holding one perspective, and that's it. There's no expansion. There's no change. No, you know, things are not gonna move. Things are gonna become more and more denser, and there's not gonna be flight, like quantum flight. But when you have a when everyone's allowed to use their is not allowed to when everyone is aware that of the importance of applying a singular perspective, using the singular perspective and living through that, then the universe, time is going to go quicker. Yeah, time is going to go quicker. People are going to get what they want quicker. Definitely the time is going to go quicker. Yeah, we're going to return back to our natural, our supernatural state, which is when we were in the spiritual realm of being gods, where we had our singular perspectives, our singular paths, um, and we were not bound by the collective, and we were not bound by um, time and space, and we were not bound by shame and fear. And so you just be, and you just be, and you just be and you have. And so, yeah, the simulation of that here on the physical 3D earth is reactivating our singular paths, reactivating the validity of engaging our singular paths of experiencing the earth, experiencing our world and creating our world, and creating our own laws of how we be. And through that, the universe will expand rapidly, will expand rapidly, because now the universe is not stuck with a collective perspective. So now the universe has this perspective and this perspective and this perspective and this perspective and this perspective, and the universe expands, rapidly, and time is gonna go faster. And this is what we see happening now. It's still slow enough for us, to really, really see the process of our creation. But yeah, it's still slow enough to. Most of us are not even aware of of, of our desire to see our process of creation. But yeah. Anyway, this is what I have. 33 minutes. Yeah, this is what I have about your path is singular. It's your path is singular. Yeah, this is it just came to me, and it's important to know that because we are participating. Okay, we are participating with the universe. Participating. We are. Yeah, we are participating. We are playing with. We are in concert, in concerto, in concert with the universe to expand each other. The universe experiences expansion through us, and we experience expansion through the universe by our activating and experiencing our world through our singular paths. Okay, I think that's enough. That's as far as I can go on this. Um, yeah. Um, I'll see you again. All right. Okay. Bye bye.